Hi everyone, it's Catherine here from Chaos Creates. Thanks for joining me on my channel today. I'm here to share with you a layout for Confessions of a Paper Addict, and I'm using two different cut files today, both from this month's October release. And so I'm using this Spiderweb Background as well as the Haunted House. And I have gone ahead and I've got my photo here. I've cut this house out of a pattern paper from the Hey Pumpkin collection because that's all the Halloween supplies I have. And I've cut the spiderweb background out of some black cardstock. So I'm just going to go ahead here and back the haunted house, just the windows and the door. I think about this purple, but then I decide on this sort of brighter orangey yellow color. So I'm just going to go ahead and trim off the branding strip of this orange pattern paper. So this has got stars all over it. So I thought it was a good one to use as sort of a background piece. Like I said, I've only got the Hey Pumpkin collection. I know it's an older one, but here in Australia, we don't get a lot of Halloween supplies. Halloween is reasonably a new thing. I mean, I really enjoy Halloween in Australia. It's very different, I'm sure, to what it is in America. Not all houses sort of, decorate. But the last 2 years, Seb and I have really gotten into it. So we decorated quite a lot last year. So sorry, I'm just backing this cut file and I make a massive mistake and chop half of the window off. So I'm just going ahead and chopping out another piece that I can stick down there. It was fine. So I'm just backing that. Very simple to back, obviously, those windows and just doing that there. And yeah, so Halloween's very different in Australia. It's starting to get warm. We're in spring. Um, there's not a lot of pumpkins around. We do have them now in the stores, but it's not really pumpkin season here. But yeah, we went to town last year and decorated and really loved how our house looks. So I wanted to be able to document and put that in our album. So I'm just going ahead and putting a few dobs of glue around that spiderweb background cut file, just so it's still got a little bit of dimension. It's not fully stuck down flat to the paper, and I like it sitting this way. So I'm going to place the house here along with the fence, and then tuck my photo in next to it there. I'm just going to back my photo on some black cardstock, and yeah, just to make it pop off the page. I have printed it out with a slight white border around it, so it has already got, that sort of layer as well. And so I'm going to put that and tuck that sort of just slightly underneath that haunted house. And I'm going to stick things down pretty quickly. I don't really muck around on this layout. I don't have a lot of choice, so I sort of just go with whatever I think works right at the time. I lay some of the things out, but then I stick things down pretty quickly on this. So I'm just going ahead and using some square foam adhesive to pop up the bottom of that fence, because the rest is sitting on a couple of layers of paper. So I think that really works. So while I am just sort of pulling off all those bits and pieces and sticking it down, we'll let you know that I've left links below to both of these cut files, so the Haunted House cut file and the Spiderweb background cut file. So both links to the Etsy store where you can go ahead and get those. And then I have also left a link to the Confessions of a Paper Addict Facebook group. So there you can go ahead and join and see all the wonderful creatives sharing their layouts. So all the design team, anyone that's in that community, go ahead and share. We love seeing your work. And yeah, so they're all linked below. I'm just going ahead and working through some of the embellishments. I've picked out a little house at the side there. I have that top one that says kind of spooky. I've put haunted house across the middle of the house there. I'm just going ahead and adding, and that one that says get candy please, because our candy was set up ready to go. And as you can see, I'm just going ahead and adding some foam squares to that haunted house to make sure it stands off the page a little bit. What else am I doing? Yes, I've tucked in a couple of houses. And I'm just trying to work out what I can do for a title. I really like that trick or treat, and I like that card there. But anyway, I'll see what I can make work. So I've fussy cut a few of these little characters. So I'm going to go ahead and add them to the fence, like they're walking up to that house to do some trick or treating. And I decide I'm looking through to see if I should cut out one of those houses, another house. I felt like I needed a third one. And there was a little bit of this empty kind of gap in between the photo and the house at the top. So I knew I wanted to fill something in there. So I'm going to fussy cut this one here, but I do end up changing it out for another color. Spoiler alert. But you can just see here how quick and easy some of these things are to fussy cut. And hence the reason, yeah, I couldn't actually access any other Halloween goodies. So yeah, I've just been using this paper pad the last couple of years and I think it works really well. There's plenty of elements that you can fussy cut and use on your layout. So I think that's what I'll continue to do because really I'm probably only going to make, maybe one layout a year. For Halloween, I don't have a lot to document. I do enjoy celebrating, but yeah, we don't do a lot. So as you can see, I'm just going ahead and laying out a few things. I've added a pumpkin to that left-hand side. I've changed out that house now, so I've now put the orange one there. I've added a couple of little bats with clouds around and also a little moon with a cloud at the top there. And so, yeah, I'm liking how this is looking. So I'm going to go ahead, like I said, I didn't muck around too much. I just went ahead and sort of, laid everything out quickly where I liked it. And then I'm sticking everything down. So I'm putting a little bit of foam adhesive behind half of that house just so that it sits up on the photo okay. I'm going to glue that down, stick down that Get Candy Please, and again, stick down these cute little characters. So there's a witch, a vampire, and a ghost, and I think that's super cute. So just going to go ahead and stick down the house on the left-hand side and then pop up that little pumpkin. I have got a little fussy cut black cat here as well. So I'm just putting some foam squares on those little bats and clouds so I can pop them off the page. Again, because I only have this paper pad and I've just fussy cut elements, I wanted to make sure I was giving it enough dimension to sort of make it, stand out a little bit more than just, paper pieces. So I'm popping up that little black cat and that's super cute. And just adding a little bit more foam adhesive to this cloud with the moon. And yeah, just making sure everything's stuck down going around. So as you can see, I've pretty much stuck everything down, but now I'm looking for a title. Oh, I do just add a little bit of candy corn there. And yeah, next I'm trying to work out what to do for a title. So I'm just sort of looking back through the paper. I'm going to look through some of these sort of 2 by 2 inch squares, I think they are, and then back through some of these cut apart pieces. I do find that tag, but it doesn't work in my head. Yeah, searching back through, going through. I didn't mind that trick or treat, and now I thought that this trick or treat on the black would work, but the card was too big, so I decided to fussy cut that out and try and work out where I can place it around the page. So, are you looking forward to Halloween? We're actually heading away for Halloween, so we won't get to celebrate with our friends, but yeah, I think we're going to have a good time. We're going to go somewhere even warmer. So we're having a bit of a summer, a spring break, I guess, for a few days. So yeah, we'll actually be away for Halloween. So it'll be interesting to see whether we do anything for it this year, actually. We haven't decorated this year. We gave all our decorations to our neighbors and friends. Hopefully they'll get to use them. So I'm adding this trick or treat as my title here down the bottom. I thought it worked well. Yeah, again, I think it sort of filled in some empty gap there, but I thought it worked well as a title piece. Now, I just wanted to add a few ghosts. So as you can see, I've got this beautiful orange paper with the ghosts. I'm just going to go ahead and fussy cut out a couple of these ghosts and pop them up on some foam. What else can I tell you while I'm doing that? So I didn't cut any of this video out. I think the only bit I cut out is when I had to go and get something away from my craft desk. So I cut a little bit out there where, it was just, the layout sitting there. So I didn't want you to just watch that. But other than that, I didn't cut anything out. I have obviously sped this up. But this layout took about half an hour to create. So it came together pretty quickly. I had obviously chosen a few things beforehand. Like obviously had my cut files. But like I said, that haunted house is super easy to back. I'd chosen the background paper, and obviously I had my sort of embellishments already fussy cut and ready to go apart from these ghosts. But yeah, so it did come together pretty easily. But yeah, I felt like the spiderweb background in the back and then the haunted house sitting on top was a good combination. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick down these ghosts on some foam with some foam adhesive. And then I come in with some black splatters. Now they're from Kaisercraft. It's the Kaisercraft mists in charcoal. And so I sprinkle that around, and that will be about it for my layout. I will leave you with some close-up images at the end of this video. But thank you very much for joining me. I hope you're enjoying this October wherever you are, and I hope you enjoy Halloween and have a really good time. Don't eat too much candy, and I know I will see you in the next video. Until next time, thanks everyone. Bye.